Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, March 1st. Cannot believe it's already March. All right, we're going to have to jump in really quick and get rolling. We're going to try to cover 3 planets today. So I'm not going to click on the videos within the slideshow. We're going to go through the slides, and then in a separate post, I'll post the videos for Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. Okay. All right, Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. It's about 484 million miles away from the Sun. All right, here is a video. I will go back and post that video on another post. Jupiter is a gas giant that may not have a solid surface. Its atmosphere is made up of a layer of hydrogen and helium that is at least 13,000 miles thick and changes from a gas to a liquid as the depth and pressure increases. The atmosphere also contains some ammonia, methane, and water. If Jupiter had more mass, it could have actually been a star, and we would live in a solar system with 2 suns. All right, we're all familiar with the Great Red Spot on Jupiter, and in one of the videos, it talks about that a little more in depth. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter is a cyclonic storm that's been raging in the atmosphere for 300 to 350 Earth years, and it's so large that 3 Earths could fit inside of it. Jupiter has the shortest day of all the planets. It only takes about 9 hours and 55 minutes for it to rotate on its axis, so one day on Jupiter is less than 10 hours on Earth. The year on Jupiter is equal to 11 and a half years on Earth, so it rotates extremely fast. Jupiter has at least 79 moons. The 4 largest moons are known as the Galilean moons since they were first seen by Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei in 1610. It was a long time ago. In order of increasing distance from Jupiter, the Galilean moons are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. They are beautiful, aren't they? All right, there's another video that I will post. All right, Jupiter also has rings. All right, so you're going to draw a thin ring system around Jupiter on your solar system model. You can do so when you watch this video. And also, this is a kind of a collection of the satellites that have been put out into the solar system to explore different things and that have actually made it to Jupiter and sent back pictures and data on the planet Jupiter. Okay, Pioneer 10, there's a little description of that. So I'll just kind of buzz through these. Let me get that out of the way so you can read. Well, sorry, it's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so now we're going to click out of this and go ahead and move on into, get rid of that so I can click on my menu. Alright, so now we're going to look at Saturn. Let me make this big again. Okay, Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. It's only 891 million miles away, so just right outside the back door, huh? Alright, there's a video that will talk about some of Saturn's moons. I'll post that along with the other videos. Saturn rotates once on its axis every 10 hours and 33 minutes. So one day on Saturn is a little more than 10 hours on Earth. Again, another planet that rotates very fast. 1 year on Saturn is equal to almost 29 and a half years on Earth. Saturn's most notable feature is its well-developed system of rings. Okay, Saturn's rings are made of billions of chunks of ice and rock as well as dust. They may have formed from pieces of comets, asteroids, and moons caught in orbit around Saturn and broken apart by Saturn's enormous gravity. There's another list of some of the satellites that have been able to send back pictures and feedback on Saturn. Pioneer 11 was launched in 1973 with a mission to fly by and explore the asteroid belt, Jupiter and Saturn, using instruments to take images and collect data about the solar wind and cosmic rays. Pioneer 11 left the solar system and lost contact with Earth in 1995. Okay, so going on back, we will touch on Uranus. Okay, Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. It is 1.78 billion miles from the Sun. Okay, and this image here is a good image for you to use to color your planets on your project. Okay, there's a video that I will post. Uranus rotates once on its axis every 17 hours and 14 minutes. But Uranus, unlike the other planets, is tilted on its side. Okay, and this is a video that I am going to play here so that you can see how dramatically tilted it is. It's a little funny video, but it does show
our solar system as a dance floor.
How tilted it is.
The planets are moving to pretty much the same rhythm. But one of them is doing the side shuffle. The rebellious Uranus. Just how different is Uranus' dance? Very different. While Earth's axis is tilted about 23 degrees, Uranus tilts almost 98 degrees. Uranus' axis is so tilted, it actually looks like the planet is rotating on its side. How did this all happen? One theory is that a body the size of our Earth collided with Uranus a long time ago, radically throwing off its rotation. Until we know for sure, the planet's strange tilt remains one of the great mysteries in the dance of the universe. And Uranus will keep doing the side shuffle like nobody's watching.
Okay. A year on Uranus is equal to 84 years on Earth. So it takes 84 Earth years to orbit once around the Sun. So whereas Jupiter and Saturn rotate extremely fast, Uranus is very, very slow. Uranus has very unusual seasons. The North Pole experiences 21 years of nighttime in the winter, 21 years of daytime in the summer, and 42 years of day and night in the spring and fall. That's unimaginable. Uranus is an ice giant. Most of its mass is made from dense, icy materials like water, methane, and ammonia. Uranus has a small rocky core, and the methane in the upper atmosphere is what makes Uranus appear blue. Uranus also has rings. It has a very thin system of 13 rings that were probably formed from the breakup of one or more of its moons. The inner rings are made up of mostly chunks of rock that do not reflect much light and are difficult to see. The outer rings, however, are brighter and easier to see. Okay, and here's a description that you can pause and read about 5 of Uranus's major moons. Okay, there's a video about Voyager 2. It's the only space probe that has flown by Uranus and taken pictures and collected data. Okay, so there we go. All right, guys, so that is it for this part. I'm going to go back and play those videos, and I'll post that in another separate section. That'll keep them from being so long. All right, guys, hope you guys are doing well on your project. If there's anything at all I can do to help you, if you have questions, be sure to let me know. Remember, this is something that you should be working on a little every day. We will be turning these in the next couple of 3 days. Be working on them, get them completed, do your best work. It is a 200-point project grade, okay? Let me know if I can help. Thanks, guys.